Now we are discussing about the fourth one is X-ray crystallography. X-ray crystallography. In the term X-ray crystallography, by using the X-rays, you can determine the structural. You can determine the structural determination of the any crystalline substance. Structural determination of the any crystalline substance. Crystalline substance. By using the X-rays, it is what is the main use of the X-rays? X-rays by using the X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction is a X-ray diffraction is a technique is used to measure structural determination of any crystalline solid. Any crystalline solid. What is the main thing in the X-ray crystallography? To measure the crystalline determination of the any crystalline substance. Any crystalline substance or any crystalline solid. In this concept I have to explain by the it is explained the concept of Bragg's law. Concept of Bragg's law or Bragg's equation. William Bragg is a scientist. You have to explain the Bragg's law for the structural determination of the any crystalline structures or crystalline substances. In that you are taking about the any crystalline layers. For example, if you take any solid layers, in that for our understanding you are taking about the two layers of the solid. For example, you take this is a one layer of the solid, and the next one if you take another one, that is the second layer of the solid. Here the first layer of the solid is denoted by the capital, that is denoted by the alpha. Same in the second one. The second layer of the solid, they have to represent within the beta. Here also they present in the particles or in the solid layers. Particles here also they are in the solid particles present in the layers. In between these two layers having the intraplanar distance. Interplanar distance is D. That is represented with the D. Interplanar distance. Interplanar distance is denoted by the capital D. These two layers are in the perpendicular to, these two layers are parallel to each other. For example, suppose if you take one beam of X-rays. Suppose if you take a beam of X-rays, it is denoted by the letter A. It is denoted by the letters in the A. These rays are called incident X-rays. Suppose if you take a X-rays or fall on the upper layer of the solid substance. With a glancing angle is theta. the theta is have to called as a glancing angle. Glancing angle or incident angle. Glancing angle or in the incident angle. In that the sum of the light have to reflected within the same angle. Sum of the light have to reflected with a same angle. With a same angle. With the same angle, they have to represent with the letter is C. Represent with the letter is in the C. Here also what is its angle? The angle is theta. The angle is in the theta. When I have to fall on that point, they have to represent with the letter is in the O. The letter I have to represent with the O. Here you have to draw a line in the straight. In the second layer of the solid plate. Again you have taken the one more X-rays have to fall on the center of the bottom plate. Lower plate on the solid surface. Solid surface. In that point I have to represent with the letter is in the B. In that point I have to represent with the letter is in the B. Again here also sum of the light with a here the angle is in the represent with theta. The angle is in the theta. The same sum of the light I have to reflect it within the same angle like in the glancing angle is they have to represent like this. Represent like this. In this it is represent with the letter is D. In this letter you have to represent with the D. In the lower plate they having the that point they have to represent with the letter is Y. The point is represented with the letter is Y. Here also what is its angle? The angle is theta. The angle is theta. If you take in the exponentially you have to draw the line to get the triangles. They have to see for the this line have to extend it like this. In that point I have to represent with the letter is in the Z. The letter is in the Z. Same if you take in the CO line. The CO line also have to hypothetically have to extend. Then you are getting the one more line. That point you have to consider as in the X. That point you have to consider as in the X. Here once you have to see when if you take in the incident X-rays or fall on the upper plate of the one point like in the O, they have some of the light have to reflect with an angle with a same glancing angle theta. That point is represented with the C. Same if you take in the one more incident X-rays have to fall on the lower plate of the solid. Then I have to observe here also some of the light is reflected within the same angle that is represented with the point D. Means here the both are having in the same angles. Here also theta glancing angle or incident angle. Here also with an how much angle is there? They having the same angle theta. And the next one here these are the points. These are the upper plate of the center point is O. The lower plate of the center point is represented with the Y. From that hence we can see the two types of angles. Hence we have to see the two types of angles. What is this angle? The first angle. Suppose in the angles are what are the angles are there here? YOZ. That is equal to here also what is its angle? Theta. Here also what is its angle? Theta. So YOZ is equal to theta. YOZ is equal to theta. Same is one more angle is present here now. What is its angle? YOX. The angle is YOX. YOX is equal to is also theta. Is also equal to theta. And the next one, what is the path difference in these two layers? The path difference in these two layers. What are the path difference? The path difference is equal to what is that one? XY plus YZ. XY is equal to YZ. XY is equal to XY plus YZ. What is the path difference? The path difference is it is denoted by the integral multiple of wavelength. Integral multiple of the wavelength. The path difference is equal to the path difference. The path difference is equal to integral multiple of n lambda. Integral multiple of wavelength. The wavelength is represented with a lambda. So That is equal to, how can you write? That is equal to n lambda is equal to xy plus yz. N lambda is equal to xy plus yz. That is represented with the equation 1. Equation 1. After that, you have to see for these two layers, these two distance. If you see for the AO distance, the AO distance is parallel to the BX distance. BX distance. Here also same. Here also, what are these two are in the parallel. CY is in the parallel to the DZ. The CY is parallel to the DZ. That's why you can write for the what are the parallel lines here in the diagram. Here OX, AO is equal to BX. AO is equal to BX. Same is in the, what is it? One more planes are there here. Here CO is equal to DZ. CO is equal to DZ. These two layers are in the parallel to each other. From that you can write these are the two angles in now you have to observe for the two angles. In that the first angle is in the, what is the first angle? YOZ is equal to theta and YOX is equal to theta. YOX is equal to theta. From that, if you say for the sin theta, hypothetically sin theta is equal to, what is the sin theta formula? Length of the perpendicular arm by its hypotenuse. That is sin theta is equal to length of the perpendicular arm by its hypotenuse. That is in the L by H. From that, first you can calculate the angle of YOZ. For the angle of YOZ, you can calculate the sin theta. Sin theta is equal to what is the hypotenuse? What is the length of the its YOZ? What is the length of the YOZ? That is YOZ is equal to YZ by what is its height? The height is in the OY. From that you can write the YZ is equal to OY sin theta. Here you can observe OY means what is the distance? That is the interplanar distance. The interplanar distance is denoted by what is its letter? D. So OY is have to replace it by the letter is in the YZ is equal to D sin theta. If we keep the equation number 2. Think one more angle is there. That is what is this angle? The angle of the YOX. For that sin theta is equal to YOX. Sin theta is equal to, what is its formula? Formula is equal to length of the perpendicular arm. What is the length of the perpendicular arm? That is in the XY. By what is its distance? The height is in the OY. From that, how can you write? XY is equal to OY into sin theta. Already OY means what is the OY? That is the distance between the two layers. That is represented with the letter is in the D. So you can write for the XY is equal to D into sin theta. You can keep the equation 3. Now we have to substitute the equation 2 and equation 3 in the equation 1. Now we have to substitute the equation 2 and the equation 3. Now substitute the equation 2 in equation 2 and equation 3 in equation 1. From that, what is the equation 1? N lambda is equal to xy plus yz. Already xy equal to how much you are getting? That is equal to n lambda is equal to d into sin theta. What about the yz? The yz is equal to also how much you are getting equation 2? That is in the d into sin theta plus d sin theta. From that, what I have to say? The n lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. D sin theta plus d sin theta is equal to how much? 2d sin theta. From that, you can write for the d is equal to n lambda by 2 sin theta. For example, if you write for the d value, d if you write in the for this, then what will happen? This one is it comes from the denominator. So the d is equal to n lambda 2 sin theta. N lambda by 2 sin theta. This is found in the Braggs equation. This is called Braggs. This is called a Braggs equation or Braggs law.